This episode is brought to you by Taylor's Baked Goods. Every time I want sweets, I hit Taylor up. Why? She has the goods. Whoever has the goods, hit me up and I'll come buy from you. But other than that, Taylor right now at Taylor's Baked Goods on Instagram is serving up fucking cakes, fucking cookies, everything you want. Put it in your mouth. Because anytime she gives me something, I put it in my mouth. Because I know everything she hands me is sweet. And if you don't like sweet stuff, you like some baked pasta, some bruschetta. You know what bruschetta is, you fucking peasant? I bet you don't. It's toasted bread with tomatoes. You dip the fucking bread with the tomatoes. Do you even have class? Anytime I ever want sweets, I hit up Taylor. Okay? She can bake you anything. You request something, right? She'll make it for you. You just have to DM her, slide in her DMs, ask any questions, she'll get you. And she'll hook you up. Taylor's Baked Goods on Instagram will hook you up. All right? And don't come around here asking me, hey, is that lady, you tell me that lady has a black boyfriend? I say yes. And we're proud. We're proud of our black men in this community. Because no one else will be. I will. I will be proud. Thank you. And so if you want to get some nice desserts or whatever, just go on Taylor's Baked Goods on Instagram. Check her out. She has a great line of stuff. Why not just fucking follow her? Check her out. This episode is also brought to you by Southpaw Sound. Well, you see this great studio that we're in? It's amazing, right? You're wondering, hey, Edo, do you pay for this studio? No. I'm lucky enough to have a white friend that's letting me just be in here. And I'm very, very humble. But if you don't have a white friend that will lend you some time into a studio, email southpawsound717@gmail.com and reserve yourself some time in a beautiful studio like this. You know who has studios like this? You know who has studios like this? People at Southpaw Sound. And make sure to check out what they got right here. Look at this, man. Look at this. You see this? When the fuck was the last time that you went and recorded in a nice studio? You recorded in a nice studio and people had foam for you, huh? Look at this fucking foam. Look at this fucking foam. It has geometric patterns or geographic what is it? Geometric patterns. I'm not that good in my English. I'm sorry. Look at it. Look at this fucking foam. You want this foam? You can use this foam. Without this foam, there'd be so much echo in this room. But guess what? There's none. So put yourself with the best people, you know? Contact Southpaw Sound and you'll get the best. All right? All right. Let's start this podcast off the right way.
Let's do it.
All right. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to BustyBuffalo. It's episode 21, you know? I still remember the first time I had my first episode, I talked about the Walmart boy, you know? And here we are. Not talking about Walmart boy because he's literally irrelevant as fuck now, you know? I don't know. I'm pretty sure he's making music. I don't give a fuck, you know? He's cute. But right now, I just, you know what I'm saying? What I'm trying to say is we've come a long way. And it's just going to get longer. Unlike my penis. It's just going to keep getting better and better and better. And I just want to thank you for tuning in, tuning in to one of the most underrated podcasts in my opinion. Has ever a host said that his own podcast is underrated? I don't think so. You know, you look at me, you're going to say, Edo, I would never expect you to have a podcast. I would never expect you to have a podcast. Well, here I am. And if you like podcasts, just listen. You know what I'm saying? Tell your friends about what I give you. Tell your friends about the humor I give you, okay? The content I produce for you, okay? Nothing in this world is going to beat this. What, you like Joe Rogan? You like talking about bow and arrows? What? Just come here. All right? I'll give you what you want, bitch. Oh, let me open your mouth for you, all right? And I will feed you content. How about that? So welcome back, you know? How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good, you know? It's been a long day. I'll be honest with you people. I'm a little tired. You know, I've had 3 classes. Each of them are like 2 hours long. And
some AMSR shit.
Some AMR, whatever. It's been a long day, you know? And I'm just a little tired. I'm sorry if I'm not as giddy as I usually am, but I'm fucking here, man. Look me in the fucking eyes when I'm talking to you. Look me in the eyes! Look me in the eyes! Are you listening? Are you listening? Papa's here now. He might have worked a long, hard day. But I'm here. And I'm ready to love you. All right. First on the agenda, I don't even know what I never have agendas. Dude, I every time I ever have like topics to talk about, it doesn't seem natural. It doesn't seem as conversational as it usually does. So, I guess I could just bring up something I did today. I only had school. I fucking hate talking about school because school is so gay. Yeah. But I did do some funny ass shit today. All right? I had my first argument in my, I have an international business class. Who gives a fuck, right? But in the class, it's like an open discussion class. Mm-hmm. So if you bring up a topic or an argument or something, like somebody can argue like against you or they can like talk to you about it. And this discussion came up in class about companies having social responsibility, meaning like they have to care for the environment. They have to do things that their like shareholders like ask them to, like, hey, like we don't like you having sweatshops. How about we move those sweatshops? You know what I'm saying? That kind of shit. And it came up, this one fucking kid was saying, well, I said social responsibility, like today's society, because everybody's fucking sensitive as shit, especially like, you know, if people are investing in your company and you're doing some weird, like sketchy shit that can ruin their investment, then like they're going to be more sensitive towards that. So I told like everybody, I was like, in today's society, social responsibility is a must to succeed in like in a market. That's like, you know, and this one fucking kid, I'll say his name. It's just, he's a white guy. His name is Kyle. No one fucking, like, who cares, right?
Love that name.
Exactly, right? It's so fucking original!
Kyle!
Yeah. At least fucking, I don't know.
Hey guys, I'm Kyle!
Put an H in there. Hi, I'm Kyle! Let's race! He looks like a guy who like who has like a tuned out car and shit, right?
2000 Honda Civic.
Exactly.
With a K-swap.
And he has a crazy like beard. And he's like, yeah, my name's Kyle. Like, that's just how he's, in my head, that's how he sounds. And he goes like, well, in my opinion, a business should be ran like a business, you know? You shouldn't care what other people, like, have to care about your company. You know, you should do it to maximize profits and minimize costs. Get your profits up there. And I was like, dude, you can't do that now. Like, you do understand it's like, it's 2018 when, like,
the current year, Kyle.
I'm like, hey man, what's going on? And he goes like, well, Walmart, they fucking like they barely care about like their like social responsibility. I'm like, yeah, that's fucking Walmart. They're monopolizing like grocery store. Mm-hmm. Not every fucking business is a grocery store. Like, what the fuck? I was like, hey man, like that's not how it works. You know, car companies have to have like EPA tests done on them like all the fucking time, like emissions tests, right?
That's not.
Well, like, yeah. EPA does do tests, like, and they, like, tell, like, universities to, like, test out fucking, like, emissions tests on cars all the time. I know that.
That's not really for social responsibility as much as it would, as much as they'd like you to think. It's more like government regulations.
But, like, Volkswagen, right?
Sorry.
Like, Volkswagen, what's it called? They had their, like, weird-ass emissions thing that went on, like, forever ago, right, with their diesel shit. That's, like, ethically awful. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's, like, social responsibility down the drain. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
It's not a good look.
But, like, I looked at him right in the face. I looked at Kyle, and after he said that, and I was like, well, Kyle, not everything is fucking a grocery store. And if you want your business to be like Walmart's, why? Like, why? There's no other. If you treated your business, any other business other than a grocery store, right?
Yeah.
If you treat your business like Walmart, it would go to shit. Why? Because Walmart is the only fucking place that you can get super cheap foods, and they basically have a monopoly on so many things. They would enter into a city and destroy those small ass like little grocery stores. Why? Because they can. You know? I told him, I was like, dude, any other company that like is larger, like needs to care about social responsibility, right? And this motherfucker, dude, I sometimes do listen.
Do you see his point though? You see where he's coming from?
I see where he came from, but like back then, well, we're talking about what was his name? Something Friedman. This like economist was saying the only thing companies should care about is what their shareholders, like their stakeholders, care about, you know, and their shareholders. So you should never care about social responsibility. That was 40 years ago when media and technology and all that dumb shit wasn't around. So when something bad happens about a company, it goes instantly viral, right? Mm-hmm. That didn't happen 40 years ago. So like, you gotta update. You gotta adapt to like society and the market. That's just media at its best. You can't predict what's gonna happen in the future. So you might as well be socially responsible and not do fucked up shit.
What about Nike? Did you hear about that?
I heard about that like this morning.
Yeah.
That shit's like fucking crazy with the whole Colin Kaepernick thing. And they're getting shit because they still have like child like workers overseas. And they're saying like you should do what are that like fucking Colin Kaepernick like quote was that I memed.
Yeah, did you
think that was funny?
Yeah, that was funny.
All right.
That was hilarious. Did you see all the memes like
Yeah.
Those are funny. Okay, here's the thing. Did you see their stock?
Did it fucking plunge?
Yeah, in one day it went down.
Jesus Christ.
It'll recover.
Obviously, that's just what happens, though. You know.
Like when Dick's stopped selling AR-15s.
Yeah.
Their
really?
Plummeted. Yeah, and they still haven't recovered from it. Really, theirs usually goes up and down. So.
I don't know, dude.
Why did Nike? This is when you're a business, you shouldn't enter these controversial things.
Yeah. It's just
why?
Like. I feel like the PR in most fucking companies nowadays is just like they have monkeys running the fucking thing. Mm-hmm. I mean, practically,
they're
like
all millennials. That's why they're all stupid.
It's the same shit with like Papa John's guy. It's like the PR going on there. Like, what the fuck is going now? Like Papa John's is about to get bought out by Denny's. Who the fuck eats at Denny's, man? Oh,
I do.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Denny's is nice.
Every time I went there, that's the only thing that they can't go wrong with pancakes. Yeah. Anytime I've ever ate, dude, a diner is a million times better than Denny's, right?
But Denny's is like open way late at night and like
the diner near John's Diner's open late. You know?
Yeah, I think they're 24/7.
Yeah, you can go to any other diner than fucking Denny's. You know, the only thing they can do is make good pancakes, which anybody can. My mom doesn't even make pancakes. I'm sure she could look some shit up online with her fucking dumb ass. Shut up, my mom knows it's all good. Hey, shut up my mom. Hey, shut up my fucking mom, mate. You seen me come out my mom's push, mate? No, you didn't. She did. My fucking father held up a mirror while she was giving birth to me, mate. And she saw everything. Why? Because she asked for it. She didn't see it the first time because of my brother. But then she saw me.
Is that true?
No.
Oh, I think it is. that was a little...
I mean, if I was a woman...
Specific.
If I was a woman, I'd be like, hey, let me just see.
No.
Because I've seen, like, Knocked Up. And when, like, they show, like, that... I'm assuming it's just a fake preview. Yeah. But it's just, like, crowning. Like, the baby's head just like, peeking out the vagina. And usually, like, crazy as shit, dude. I almost threw up.
So beautiful.
In middle school because we watched this, like, sex video and, like, this video of a woman giving birth. And they had to cut her perineum, which is your taint. Yeah. They cut the fucking taint just so it doesn't rip when the fucking baby's head comes out. Ow, dude. Fuck being a girl, am I right, dude? Fire, dude! Fire! I'm sorry.
Remember last night that chick we saw at the grocery store that was in our class?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was making fun of her.
I mean, dude, I'm pretty sure I've seen her on Tinder multiple times. She like always likes me. I never respond.
Well, you know, she's a mom with 3 black babies, and
wait, how old is she?
She's my age. She's 24. Anyway, so she's a mom with 3 black babies. And
if you're 24 to have 3 babies, like that's just like
black babies. And it's funny, she's on Tinder. Wonder why. Anyway, so
trying to get more babies.
Her taint was totally unaffected.
Okay.
I'm just.
What the fuck? You just saying that?
3 times her taint came out perfectly fine.
Dude, listen. If you ever are giving birth as a woman and your taint rips, please send it to me. Please send it to me. That shit will look insane. I want to see how it like just skin gets ripped apart from each other like that. I want to fucking see that. I want to see as if it's like a piece of paper being ripped. Honestly, if you're giving birth, just send me like a recording of the whole thing. I would be greatly appreciated. Because then we can like, I'll preview it on here and it'll be amazing. But speaking of taints, dude, I took my first shit at school today.
Nice.
You know? I don't know where you take shits and shit. Maybe you save your shits.
Anywhere.
Literally anywhere.
I don't give a fuck.
Dude, I went up the 3rd floor on the library, which is like the most silent floor you can go to.
Okay, that sounds nice.
And I'm assuming no one goes there because everybody likes to fucking chat around. No one likes to go to school and do work. Go to school, do work! So I go upstairs. Everybody's fucking chatting around the 1st and 2nd floor. So I'm gonna go upstairs on the 3rd floor and take a poopy poop. So I took my first poopy poop. Usually I'll use a bathroom with a bidet. You know, every bathroom should have a bidet, or every toilet should have a bidet. It is beyond clean. People talk about that's fucking gay, man. The Europeans are fucking gay. Shoot water up their ass. I'm like, all right, man. You can keep your dingleberries. I'll keep my fucking nice anus. All right. Listen, every fucking toilet should have a bidet. Okay, so I'm taking my poop, and I don't know if anybody else is like this, but dude, I treasure my poops. You know, because like sometimes I'll hold in poops. So I'm like, I just go home. It'd be like 10 times more comfortable. I'll have a bidet, right? I couldn't today. I just had to fucking poop. Probably because I just ate so much meat last night. We had burgers last night, which weren't like really burgers, but meat's meat in my opinion, honestly. Sometimes, you know.
They were lean, so they were really tough.
Lean.
We fucked up. We got the wrong burger.
It's the opposite. You think lean meat's gonna be fucking nice and lean, huh? Nice and just right to the fucking meat. Nope, a little tough.
Muscle.
Just a little, yeah, muscle as fuck, right? So I'm pooping, and usually when I poop, especially if I'm not on my phone or anything, and I have headphones, I'll like go into a place. I've done this when I was a kid, which is fucking insane. But like I'll close my eyes and I'll predict the place where I really want to be. Usually like it'd be like, I don't know, like a clubhouse or something, like a tree clubhouse, somewhere really nice and like just comfortable, or maybe like at a campfire or some shit, or I'll just imagine myself and I'll be pooping. It helps me poop when I'm like, especially when there's other people in the bathroom, because how hard is it to drop a deuce when there's other people in the bathroom like washing their hands and shit?
Yeah, I've gotten over that though.
I can't.
I let it rip.
Dude, I'm literally trying to rip my fucking ass apart, and my body's like, no, just wait. Just wait. Like, just wait till he leaves. Like,
there's danger there, boy.
Like, there's danger there, boy. You don't want to do that, boy. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what happens. Like, just fucking wait, right? And I just couldn't wait. I let it rip, and I'm thinking of a good-ass place. And like, that's just what I do. Look, as a kid, I had this Captain Underpants book. You ever read every dumb foreign fucking kid loved reading Captain Underpants book. You know, hence me, right? Ask me what other books I read in my life. I cannot tell you. I've read Captain Underpants though. It's fucking fantastic because it has pictures and shit, right? And when I was a kid, I used to go into the bathroom, and I literally, in the page of the book was a clubhouse they had. Like, Captain Underpants had his own clubhouse, and they had video games and shit. And I would imagine myself in that clubhouse with Captain Underpants. Just fucking, I'm shitting, right? I'm shitting, but like in my head, I'm like just like have my eyes closed, and I'm imagining I'm hanging out with Captain Underpants in his clubhouse. And to even make it more realistic, like as a kid, dude, right? I'll put like when I was home alone, I would do this shit, right? When I wasn't home alone, like I do something else. But like when I was home alone, I put 2 chairs in the bathroom with me, 2 fucking chairs, like right here, and then one to my right, one to my left, and I would put a towel, like on like the edges of the chairs, so I'd be sitting there, like under something with my eyes closed, like I'm in like a what is it, like a little cube, like my own little fucking my cubicle while I'm shitting. Yeah. So it helped me get into like my imagination more. Wow,
dude, it takes me like 2.5 minutes to take a shit.
Dude, I listen. I'm not saying. That's what I'm saying. I enjoy my shits. Like I don't think I feel like there's a lot of people out there just like fuck man. I gotta go to. Well, I have 2 bathrooms, but like one toilet's just like so ass. But we have one toilet that's just like pristine, dude. Has a bidet. You sit down, fucking 500-pound men can sit down in there and be comfortable. You know what I'm saying? It's a big ass toilet. That's one thing we like upgraded when like we first moved in was like this toilet's gotta fucking go. We're like this 1970s toilet. I don't know, fucking little people lived here. Who the fuck has such a small toilet? We got rid of that shit in an instant, right? And I like taking shits. I feel like there's a lot of people out there who just don't like shitting. I feel like people just dread shitting every day. Like they'll feel it in their stomach and they're like, oh my God, not again. You know, I feel it in my stomach. I'm like, oh my God. Like I get like fucking butterflies in my stomach because I'm about to go have a good ass time taking a shit. Yeah. If it wasn't for my phone though, I'd be out in like a second. You know? Yeah. Because my imagination can't fucking. You know, I can't just sit there the whole fucking time and just imagine shit. You know, when I have my phone, I'll stay there for like hours.
I'm just picturing like, let's say you have one bathroom in your house and you're just in there for 20 minutes and someone's just waiting.
Dude, usually my mom. Usually, I mean, if I'm home alone,
a pillow fort.
Oh, dude, if at my old house, I used to live in an old apartment. And the bathrooms worked fine. Like both the toilets were fine. Like I had my brother and I shared a room, and we had our own like bathroom, and there was another bathroom. But the other bathroom that I have in my own room, like right now, like I could literally destroy that right now, and I'd be fine, because there's no point. It doesn't work. Like I just need a new toilet. It keeps fucking clogging. Someone like always clogs it. It's like I have to unclog it, and then someone in my bastardly house. There's 3 other people. I'm like, hey. Which one of you shat in my fucking toilet? Because I can't flush it. I can't flush my own piss right now. It's like almost flooding. Who took a shit in the bathroom? You know? No one wants to say. Like that's the only thing about my family that's just so fucking stupid. I look them straight in the face. Like, which one of you shat in the bathroom? Because I have to clean it up right now. And it's one of your guys' feces that I'm cleaning up. I would like to know whose fucking feces I'm cleaning up. Please, can you just do me that favor? You know what I'm saying? Let me just know. And like no one just says. No, everyone's too fucking pussy to say anything.
How much are toilets?
I don't even know. Probably not a lot. They're just heavy as shit, man. They're so heavy.
They're probably like.
You ever had like
70 pounds?
Dude, they're so heavy for no fucking reason. I feel like we should just have like lightweight ones. Oh. We should have like holes in the ground.
Japan.
Yeah.
India.
Any third world country. I mean, third world countries probably don't even have holes. They just like go somewhere.
Well, some of them.
You can't even dig holes.
Don't need toilets.
Some people just don't even know how to dig holes.
There's trenches out front of their house.
Yeah. Just every morning, just here it goes.
Imagine walking out of your house and there's just a trench of shit.
Yeah, you're just walking. You're like a Chinese man, and you walk outside your house, and like all you hear is like you're like the sound to your life, the soundtrack to your life, right? You walk out, you're like, and you walk out, and you just hear just like shit flowing right by, and you're just like, this is the life. You know what I'm saying?
Does it get better than this?
It does not get better than this. Like that's my best impersonation right there. Or unless like it was in Japan, Chris is dying. Chris is dying. All right. Or like it would be in Japan. It would be like an early sunrise. The guy walks out. He has like those like hats on, the rice paddy field hats, to help him from the sun. At 6 a.m, the sun is so high. He's wearing one. It's high, right in the air. It's high, right? He walks out. It's like, oh, it is so good outside. And then you just hear the trench of shit. And he's like, oh, that is a good shit.
If anything goes wrong in that Japanese guy's life, he has to kill himself.
Oh, with honor, dude. With honor. He has to. There's no other fucking choice.
Dude, if we were Japanese, we'd probably have killed ourselves like every day we've been alive.
Oh, listen. In Japanese life, like culture, I dishonored my family many times.
Yeah,
Thank God I live in America where I don't feel the need to stab myself because of it. But in Japan, I would have definitely killed myself at like age 10. That's when I dishonored my family at first, and they're like, "You need to kill yourself." I'm like, "Oh, Papa, a sword," and he goes, "Shing!" That's it coming out of its like holster.
The
it's like,
sword?
yeah, the sword.
Oh.
He's like, "Shing," and like he gives it to me.
Yeah, he just hands it to you.
He's like, "This is for you," and I'm like, "Right now?" He's like, "Yeah." Kill yourself. and then as a good son I would be, in Japanese culture, I would look at my dad in the eye. I'd be like, don't even say I love you. I'm like, oh. And then go, oh. And then look my dad in the eye one more time. But then I notice he's already turned around and left. He's already turned around and left. And the only thing I see is the back of his head. So I whip out the sword out my body. And then I run up to my dad, slice the back of his Achilles. He can't even stand anymore. He's like, "Oh, son! What did you do? What is going on?" And I'm like, "Dad, please be quiet. The neighbors will wake up." Right?
Oh my god.
Right? And then my dad's still screaming on the ground. He's, "Oh! Fuck the neighbors! Get me to the hospital!" And I'm like, "Shh, Dad." And one more slice to his fucking head, right? And then he's dead, right? Automatic kill, straight to the head. No double tap shit. It was just straight through his fucking head. Kill Bill shit. His head slowly shifted down, like in the movies when you cut their fucking head. Yeah, they're like, right? And I lay there with my pops, with his severed head in my hand, trying to put it back together. Because it's like a really intense movie. It's like one of those really intense Japanese samurai movies. And I go, "Father, I will always love you." And then I die because I was bleeding out the whole time.
Yeah, wow.
And that is how one Japanese man and a Japanese boy died this evening.
Shit.
Yeah, man. Japan, you think Japan is advanced. You see Tokyo and everything. Tokyo is literally 1% of that country. Okay, what's the other? I don't know any other cities in Tokyo. Tokyo. The only thing about Tokyo that's great is the development of technology that comes out of there. Anything else, samurais, right? The whole country should just embrace the samurai that they have. They're saying, "Oh, but the samurai is outdated. We need drones." You don't need drones. Just get some fucking samurai swords. Get a rice paddy field. or a poppy field. I don't know if you like just harvesting heroin. That's your choice. If you're in Japan, you gotta live that shit up, bro. Buy a sword, okay? Dishonor your family and kill yourself. That's the life we should be living. I don't understand. Dude, if we lived the dishonoring Japanese culture life in America, so many kids would be dishonoring themselves and then killing themselves. That's a great population control idea right there. Just from culture.
I don't want to kill myself.
That's what you say now. That's what you say now.
Sell it to me.
But okay. Right? How do you like swords? You like swords.
I love swords.
Katanas and shit, dude.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, they're great looking. You fucking any kind of sword. You have like a Viking sword, but a katana, that shit's beautiful. Yeah. That bitch, what's that black girl from The Walking Dead? Her name was like Shimon or Simone or something. You know what I'm talking about? I think her name's like Shimon. Either way, she has a katana, and she's just slicing zombies. By the way, that's not cool. You know, zombies. If you had like World War Z zombies that were running after you, and she was like, the zombies are just fucking walking towards you, and they're like slow. Yeah. You're just slicing them up. That's just like, it's a way to keep ammunition down. That's really it. I'm not like, saying she's cool, but what, the weapon of her choice is cool. That's all. Yeah. She's not a cool character.
Oh, is she bad? I don't know what.
She has dreads too. She was like the first, like, I feel like she was one of the many who started dreads, the culture of dreads. What? Yeah.
That show came out in like 2012.
Exactly.
Nobody had dreads before then?
Dude, well, actually, fuck. When the hell did dreads even, like, become acceptable? Like, some, like, form of, like, fashion.
It's always been acceptable. Because people didn't used to, like, wash their hair.
Yeah, and people would be like, why the fuck do you have dreads? And only, like, mostly, like, potheads would be like, I don't fucking care, man. I'll let that shit grow, and I could just chop it off.
I'm not going to put chemicals in my hair, man.
Yeah, it's just I'm not going to shower. I'm like, hey, man, why don't you just do us all a favor? Just fucking leave, Like, you don't want to shower? That's so inconsiderate. I'm talking like as a human here, okay? Listen, I have a class, and I'm surrounded by a lot of people. The least a person can do is shower so they don't come to class smelling like ass. But you know what people still do? Come to class smelling like ass. I just don't understand. How do people still have BO in 2018 and they're in college? The fact that like you just don't care, don't sit next to me. Like don't sit next to me. That's all I'm saying. But we got veered off here, okay? I'm trying to sell you this katana idea.
Oh, katanas. Yeah, sell me the culture of suicide. Okay.
The culture of suicide. Why it should be implemented in America and how. 101 with Edo Dulas, okay? What do you love about America, first off?
Freedom.
I'm going to take your freedom,
okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I own you now.
Wait, what? Don't do that.
Okay, you're my son.
Don't do that.
And everything you do is all revolved around my happiness, okay? If Papa Edo isn't happy that you fucking worked 9 hours on the rice patties for free this morning, you might die.
Why?
You dishonor your family. All right? That's one.
Yeah.
Okay, that's one thing. All right? You have to please your family. It'll in other words, make you more humble. Okay?
Your family sucks and they're stupid.
Well, then wouldn't suicide be better?
Yeah.
Bingo. All right, listen, okay? What's another great thing you like about America? You said freedom.
Yeah. Shit, let me think. Guns are cool.
Guns, right? You like guns?
A whole bunch.
Throw it away.
What?
It's samurai time.
Dude, guns killed the samurai. That's why they're not around no more.
Well, in my fantasy right now, okay, you're around a bunch of other people who have swords. Your neighbors have katanas and shit. Okay. Your neighbors' neighbors have katanas. So
this is like Europe with all the knives?
It's all, everything is just fair. No one has guns. Whoever has guns gets killed.
Guns are fair.
Because all the neighbors gang up on the guy who has a gun. So all your neighbors who have katanas in samurai world, they stab him. And then because they kill a man, unlawfully, they all commit suicide.
Vigilante justice.
Exactly, right?
Yeah, no, like how many people are we talking about? I could easily shoot, at least.
Could you shoot a samurai at night, though?
12, yeah. Any time of day.
Well, all you hear is, bing, dong, ding, dong. But, like, he just goes, he has his hands behind his back. You know how in Naruto when they run?
Yeah.
They go like that?
Yeah.
They go.
Yeah, I put like 4 center mass.
He'll be like this. That's what happens when they run by. You're like, there's 4 of them going like, and you're just like confused where they are.
I'm in an anime too now.
Yeah.
So I'm like fucking Spike and like Cowboy Bebop, like.
You can curve bullets if you want, right?
Oh fuck me!
But guess what? It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does. So fuck off.
They run around the bullets. They run around the bullets. All right, and they gang up on the neighbor. Let's say you're the neighbor with the gun. You're like, I have an AK. Let's race, right?
Don't tread on me.
What?
Don't tread on me.
Don't tread on me. And all the fucking samurais are running by you.
Yeah.
And you can see their katana shining at night. So you only get a glimpse of light as they run by. You're like, right? You're very panicked.
Yeah.
You have a gun and you're just shooting randomly out of bullets. You run out of the magazine size. Mm-hmm. The only magazine size they have in Japan, you only get 5.
What? I don't want to be in Japan, bro. This is America. Right?
Sure. All right. So 15. That's fair. For a magazine size.
Yeah, okay, Obama.
Or a little pistol.
Only Joe Biden's wet dream. I have like 12 30-round mags.
All right.
It's not like some high cap shit.
All right, but let's say you're just fucking blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Gun jams.
Okay.
You're like,
unjam it.
I don't know how to unjam.
Sidearm.
And then you run out of magazines in the sidearm, you're still shooting at just like literally nothing.
Dude. How many people are there?
This is my fantasy, Chris!
This is my fantasy too. This is my authoritarian dystopian fantasy where you've taken my rights and now I have to shoot all these Japanese people.
All right. But regardless of all that,
yeah.
How cool would it be if no one had guns? You had a katana, so your skill. It's just fair. It's fair. No one has guns. All right. Everyone can have fucking rocks.
How is that fair?
Throw a rock. I don't fucking care.
Be fair. I'm getting robbed.
It's a samurai world. It's a samurai world. All right.
Samurais are dead, dude. They're dead for a reason.
Yeah, because humans are so awesome. And then like this, I bet samurais at the time when they knew that. Like samurais, they just knew they were gonna be like non-existent because they're like, fuck. They have catapults and shit. Oh, they have bow and arrows and shit. At that point, they were like, oh, I think it's over, but they didn't want it to be over, right? So they just never adapted. And that's one thing. Long live samurai. Long live the katana. And long live the Japs. But they did bomb us in World War II. Yeah. So, I'll never forget that. I'm not American. I'll never fucking forget that. It doesn't matter, dude. I love Hawaii.
Like, they're so ashamed of that.
Oh, yeah, probably. Because, like...
That's why they're so cool.
Their culture, dude.
Yeah.
They bring a dishonor. You know?
Yeah. Same thing with Vietnam. They're cool, too. They like us now, too.
I mean, I don't even know shit about the Vietnamese War. People say there wasn't even, like, a winner. Like, no one won.
No, it wasn't. It was a proxy war from the Cold War. It's just some shit.
And, like, didn't we do, like, devastating things?
Oh, yeah.
Like, new warfare techniques that were like, fuck.
Chemicals.
Yeah. That shit's scary as shit. No one won.
It was just two giant countries just playing.
Yeah.
Having fun. Like, it's...
So that's why, like, I'll see Vietnamese, like, veterans, I'm like, fuck, man, I feel bad.
Yeah.
Because, like, there is no point of it. I at least from what, like, I can see, like, there was no just winner. I don't see a reason to do it. Like, we can never, like, justify that. Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, well.
Hey, but guess who the big country is now? Fucking this, America! Ah! Hey. Basically. But no, dude. If you want me to be your samurai papa, okay? You can be my samurai child. You just have to tend to the rice paddy fields. Otherwise, I will cut your limbs off.
Fuck all that.
Dude, I'll cut the tips of your kneecaps off. so your legs are just like look like 2x4s. Look, your straights are like 2x4s, dude.
Like, cotton and
I'll cut the back of your calves off, and then reapply them to like the bottom part of your leg, so they're just like fucking weird looking.
I would die if you tried to do that. I would bleed out.
Dude, just put some fucking alcohol on there.
All the arteries. Like,
put your alcohol on there, wrap some fucking thing, wrap something. A sock. Anything.
I don't think you know what you're doing.
Oh, I absolutely know. Dude, if I had like a flesh wound, I'd probably die.
Probably.
But like, what is a flesh wound? It just like cuts you open, right? And it reveals your flesh. Yeah. It reveals like the underneath of your skin. So I'll stuff something in there.
There's arteries. You're trying to remove like muscles from my legs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like some human centipede shit.
Yeah. Dude, what's it called? Have you ever seen that movie Tusk? Listen, it's weird as fuck. Please watch it.
Okay, I'll write it down.
Write it down, right? It's called Tusk, and it has Jake Gyllenhaal in it.
Oh, okay.
The dude from like Nightcrawler. Yeah, he's cool, right? One of the weirdest fucking movies I've ever watched.
Is it older?
I'd say like recently, maybe like 5 years older at the most, like maybe 5 years old. I've seen it like a while ago. I'll give you a gist of like, I'm not going to ruin it for you. I'm not going to spoil it, okay? But a guy meets some dude who loves like walruses, right? And like literally turns this human into a walrus. He turns Jake Gyllenhaal into a walrus. But like the process that leads to him being a walrus is the movie.
Is this a real movie?
It's a real fucking movie. Dude, it is the most insane thing I've ever seen in my life. Afterwards, I was like, I probably had like a little PTSD. I'm not even kidding. Afterwards, I was like, dude, I'm a little traumatized from watching this fucking movie. Because like the scenes, wild as shit. One of the most weird, original movies I've ever watched in my entire life. Because I guess Human Centipede is like that. But that's not even, it's not the same. It's like the things he does to Jake Gyllenhaal, disgusting. It's fucking disgusting.
I don't know if I want to watch that.
Dude, I'll watch it with you.
It sounds horrifying.
Are you gonna watch it or no?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
Watch it
with our guy.
Watch it.
I'm gonna watch it with him because he's scared of movies. So
we could just all watch it together. We could all watch it together, dude. It is so fucking good. Because afterwards, it makes you just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, if the three of us watch it, we'll just make fun of it, though. Is that okay with you?
Oh, okay. Absolutely. I don't look at it like it's a masterpiece. We'll comedically destroy that fucking movie. That's a fact.
That sounds awful. It sounds like a terrible movie.
Dude, it is insane. I love those kind of movies. But, like, I don't know any other movies like that. Because it was just so... It was too fucking good of, like, a weird movie. You know? What are we at our time mark here?
44.
44 minutes.
It's not bad. We keep going.
It literally felt like 15 minutes, but okay.
You know what? So back in the beginning of the podcast, you were talking about your college class where you guys were having a discussion.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds awesome, dude. Like, just the fact that that's essentially what college is about. It's just, like, having discussions and arguments.
That dude, my instructor, his name is Muhammad Ali.
No!
But the thing is,
why do most have three names?
Yeah, I'm going to name our friend AJ because he doesn't like his name being on this podcast. Okay. AJ, he had him. And he was telling me, hey, like, you got to tell him, like, I said hi. and shit. I've yet to do that because I'm too like scared to come up to like the professor after class and be like, "Hey, like I just want to tell you." Cause I'm a bitch when it comes to that shit because he's like professional. He wears a suit and shit. He has a ponytail, dude. Diesel, fucking jacked. If your name is Muhammad Ali, you gotta be like, at least have a good physique. You know, put that name, like, give yourself a good fucking rep. You know, that guy's putting in reps at the gym.
He was probably actually born Muhammad Ali.
Dude, he was.
He's a real Muhammad
He's like, he's Middle Eastern. So goddamn nice. One of the best instructors I've ever had, because I've had great instructors before, and I've had the shittiest ones that just go by the book and like tell you to read shit like off the PowerPoint. Those are the worst because like you don't learn like that. Like the best way to learn is literally having like a class discussion class.
And when a kid named Kyle fucking opens up his stupid mouth, you'll remember that forever.
Oh yeah, because you obviously the thing is about those like classes, you got to walk in with like an open mind too, because like. You know, if you walk in there and, you know, are saying a bunch of shit and you think you're constantly right, someone can easily tell you you're wrong. But you got to have that mind where you're like, I want to at least learn. If I'm wrong, like, I'm learning. Because someone will tell me why I'm wrong. And someone will be, like, nice to me about it. You know what I'm saying? Usually when you argue with people outside of school, because, I mean, we can't, like, fucking yell at each other in the classroom. We can't call each other fags and shit. You know, you can't be like, oh, you fucking dumbass. But you can be like, no. Be, like, very, like... condescending at the same time. Yeah, a lot of fucking people are like that. But like, I'll just be like, no, man. Like, I'll be like, just a conversation kind of thing. I'll tell them like, hey, man, I just don't think you're right, and I'll tell you why. You know, and I'll gladly learn from other people if I'm wrong. Like, that's why I love that fucking class. You know, it's the same thing like when you know something and you ask your friend like something that they know way more. Like you know politics way more than I do. I don't know shit about politics. I feel like people should have a decent understanding of it, but I just try not to even remotely care about it.
It's depressing. Like,
because usually whenever I think about like politics, there's just people arguing all the time. Yeah. Like I don't like choosing sides ever. I love making my own idea of like society and living that way because I feel like in my mind it's a good way to live. But if I have to like almost like I guess just consider myself being part of a group, like a political group. I don't even like that. You know? I just don't know too much about obviously democracy. Everybody knows fucking democracy, but I just don't know like much about things to know for politics. Mm-hmm. It's just like I put my focus on so many different things like that I should care about instead of politics. Cuz like I have no room to fucking like argue about some things, you know? Right. There's just no point. But in that class, when we're talking about some things, we're talking about a case that we go over, and you can literally yell at a kid if you wanted to, and be like, "Dude, you're fucking wrong." Like you can swear in that class too. Like the teacher swears like from time to time too.
Bad Muslim.
Exactly. That's a good Muslim. You have a Muslim that is doesn't follow the religion that well. That's a good Muslim.
Fuck yeah.
If you have a Muslim who's brainwashed and told that you gotta fucking kill these people to have virgins, that's a bad Muslim. That's a bad Muslim. We know bad Christians, we know good Christians, we know bad Muslims, we know good Muslims. That dude's a good Muslim. I don't know if he's even religious, because to me he looks just Americanized. He looks more advanced. Like he just looks like an advanced fucking Middle Easterner.
Do you know where he's from?
AJ told me, I'm pretty sure he's from Pakistan.
Oh, okay.
Or no, I don't even know. Maybe Afghanistan, Pakistan, or maybe even Egypt. Because I know a lot of people. I know one dude who's named Muhammad Ali, and he's from Egypt. But he knows a lot of other Muhammad Alis too. I don't know who other fucking Muhammad Alis are there.
There's a trillion of them.
They're like, oh yeah, I'm Muhammad Ali too. And they're like, cool, man.
No names.
Yeah. See, now I know 2 people named Muhammad Ali. I'm only saying 2 because the third one, the real Muhammad Ali, is dead. I don't know him, obviously. But you know what I'm saying. That class is top notch, absolutely top notch. I would recommend anybody taking that class. It's like international business and ethics of society. And like you learn like good shit. He literally said like these few first chapters, he was like boring as shit. But he has his accent, so he was like, these first few chapters we're gonna go over, boring as shit. It's boring as shit. I died because like I didn't expect him. Like he will tell us stories and shit, and like he'll swear when he's like telling us stories. I'll lose it. Like he told me a story. This is awesome. He wrote this paper about how Kmart, they were doing like, it was literally about social responsibility. He was telling us like the other day about it. Yeah. He wrote a paper about how ass Kmart was, and like how awful their social responsibility is, and like and all this shit. So he sent out this big ass like paper. Usually like those article papers are like 12 pages long, 15 pages long, right? Those journal articles, like those educational ones. And got it sent back, and people like reviewed it for him, like peer reviewed, and he had to present it in front of people. But he was told that two of the people that he wrote, like the two of the people from Kmart that he wrote the paper about, were coming to see it.
Oh, great.
To listen to it, and him talk about it, and like.
Was he nervous?
Oh, he was like, he was about to shit his pants. He was like,
"This is it." Dude.
Yeah, he was like,
"This is where you put your money, your money where your mouth."
Exactly.
Is.
That's why I was like, well, this is like what you like worked for. Like you got there in front of you.
Yeah.
Feed them what they fucking need, and they did. They read it, and the guy came up to him. One of the Kmart guys came up to him. He was like, "Listen, like that was an amazing paper. Like send it to me, and I'll send you a bunch of comments and whatnot." And he sent him a bunch of comments, rewrote it, and it got published. And he got money for it. You know, anytime something like that gets published, like you get cash. I'm like, dude, he got respect. He literally like talked shit on Kmart's company and talked all this shit on like how their social responsibilities like ass and all this stuff, and how these people like treated like that company like ass. And he just blatantly just destroyed it. He was saying like I destroyed that company's like that branch. And I was dying. I was laughing as he was telling the story because like his adjectives he uses are fucking hilarious.
How long ago was that?
For him,
Kmart's like going out.
He said like in '99.
Yeah, dude, that's when Kmart was at its peak.
Yeah, he was like 99. Like he was telling us like 98, 99. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he literally said 99 because that's when he like was talking about like getting it published. I remember, and the guy's awesome, dude. That's one thing I really fucking hate about college, man. You know, in high school, like I feel like teachers are just like great. I only had like one bad teacher, and every other teacher was just like supportive because it's high school. Like, the fuck, like how am I ever gonna do? I never stressed in my life in high school. Like, in my fucking life, I had 2 gym classes my senior year. 2 fucking gym classes. How is that? Like, you know what I'm saying? How do I even remotely stress? Like, I was only stressed because I was like, oh, how am I going to, like, smell good in the afternoon? You know what I'm saying? That's all I stressed about. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're in high school, dude, breeze by. Fucking take it in. Take it in, because when you fucking leave, man, it sucks.
Yeah, but you could, like...
You could argue and say, like, you have more freedom now in college. That's, like, one thing I would say.
I feel like kids in high school need to, like...
Ready themselves. Themselves.
Now that's the time where they can do something.
Yeah.
You know, in high school. Because, you know, it's easy. They probably don't have a job.
Yeah.
They have all this time, and they're at their peak. They could do anything.
Yeah.
But a lot of them just do nothing.
But that's also the shittiest thing.
No head start.
And, like, in high school, most people have time, but, like, to do a lot of shit. So they do sports, right?
Right.
That's, like, one of the only times... If you're a college student, you know, and you're doing sports, dude, I pray for you daily. I fucking pray for you daily. I don't even pray. Like, you know what I'm saying? College kids who are in sports now, I don't know what they're doing. Just get the fuck out. I know so many people who, like, try to play football and shit after, like, high school. They said it's just, like, insane. Unless you're, like, D1 and have Asians doing your homework for you,
yeah.
then don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know so many, like, I knew kids from Penn State who played on the Penn State football team. They didn't do their work. They had people do their homework. Like, because that's what they feed you. You're a D1 athlete. They want you to focus on that program. Why? Because what brings in the most money? Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And who doesn't get paid? That shit crazy.
So, what I'm saying is, when you're in high school, hey, try to find what you love. Because when you get to college and they give you this category of shit, a bunch of fucking branches of different majors and shit that you try to figure out what you like from that. Who knows what you like? unless you have like a rich ass dad that's paving your path to life and saying this is what you're gonna do, this is how you're gonna make money, this is the best way to make money, this is how you're gonna save your money, you're set, right? If you're not like that, then you gotta find your own way. And when you're in high school and not worrying about that, it's gonna suck ass when you come to college and you're like, fuck, I still don't know what I want to do. Dude, I was in high school and I was like, man, I don't know what the fuck I want to do. They handed me a bunch of papers like, oh, those are a bunch of majors that you can choose from when like you go to college. I was like, well, all of this shit is gay. Hey, it's 2018. That shit was gay to me.
Nobody should be going to college unless you're going in the sciences or academia or law. Nobody should be going to college. Like what you're going to college for.
I just
no
want,
offense,
yeah.
You shouldn't go to college.
Like realistically, I shouldn't even be in college. But like,
nobody should.
Listen,
it's such a waste.
I don't want to get out of college. I don't want to quit college and have like an awful job working 9 to 5 and just killing my. I'd rather have a corporate job, like get a decent amount of money, just be sitting on my ass, watch YouTube videos, and just save up enough money. I don't want to fucking do corporate my whole life. Do you know? My whole fucking strategy in life is just comedy. That's like what it's always gonna be. You know what I'm saying? I don't look at like school and like, oh yeah, I'm going to do shit with this major afterwards for years. I'm like, dude, this is going to help me get money and save money quickly so I can invest in my comedy life. Yeah. That's the only reason why I'm in school. I know. Marketing, I could have done communications and I could have been like better at communicating. I would have done. Yeah.
That major is for a bunch of people who
shouldn't
be in college.
So many people told me to do communications because I want to be a comedian.
Yeah, it's stupid.
But I was like,
shouldn't be going to, that shouldn't.
I was like, I want to do marketing because I do marketing because like I sell shit. I can sell myself to people. I can like be my own publicist when I want to be like a comedian. I can like I could like do my own road gigs for myself. Market myself the best way I can.
Penn State cost?
Right. Oh, my tuition for one semester for 5 classes is $8,000. It was like 8,100 something.
That's pretty good.
I thought it was gonna be like a lot more.
Yeah, a lot of people they go to like they graduate high school, they go to Penn State. Maine,
oh yeah.
They go to like a real college and spend like $30,000-$40,000.
Dude, I know people who are like,
it's like
$100,000 in debt.
Yeah, dude. Like, yeah, dude. I went to college for 4 years. I spent $40,000 a year. I got out. I get a job. I make $30,000 a year. Like, what the fuck are you doing with your life?
That's the one thing.
That's horrible,
dude. That's the one thing. Like, when I was like applying for colleges, I got accepted in the SHIP and Penn State Harrisburg before I even went to college. And in my mind, I was like, dude, I'm going to hack. Like,
yeah, go to community college.
Like, dude, listen, if you're a person who like looks down upon community colleges, you're fucking stupid. Like, I'm not trying to be mean, but if you're that person that makes fun of people that are at community colleges and just says like, oh, it's a dumb idea, stupid as shit.
Those people are dumb and they need to be shamed. They should be ashamed for being so stupid. College is retarded. It's too expensive. It gets you nothing. Like the books that your professor forces you to buy because he gets a cut. Like, how much do they cost? Yeah, $200, $250.
Exactly.
You're never gonna use it.
I torrented 2 of my books.
That's good.
I torrent. So, yeah, please don't tell the government. But yeah, I torrented the shit out of 2 of my books. Good. I got like used books online that I could use as ebooks. So like, I'm not paying some. I didn't even buy books for like 3 of my classes, right? I was like, no, like you're telling me all this shit's online for on PowerPoints. Listen, suck my ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's no point in getting a book if I could just look at your PowerPoints, because the PowerPoints are literally taken from the book, and that's what your class is about, just reading from the book. You know?
So like, if you're gonna like be a biologist or you want to get into like astronomy or something. Yeah, go to college.
Oh, fuck yeah.
That's the only way you're going to learn about that stuff. Get a job in that field.
Yeah.
Marketing, communications, corporate communications, mass communications.
Not so great, because that's just depressing.
People go to school for business. They get a business degree because they don't know what they want to do.
Yeah. I know people like...
just get a fucking job. Just get a fucking job. Nothing you learn in college. You're never going to use anything you learned in college in your job.
That's a fact.
You might use like 5%.
Like, that's a fact.
So they're just throwing money away. People just do it because they think, oh, that's what you do.
Yeah.
You're so stupid. No, it's not. It's not what you do. If you're smart, I don't know.
Whenever, like, you got to have a diploma just to be credible.
It's ridiculous. You can just lie.
Yeah.
If you ever apply to a job, you can just lie and say you fucking got a degree.
Yeah.
They won't check. You know how much shit that your potential employer, you know how much shit they have to do in a day? They're not going to waste 30 minutes or an hour or 2 hours checking to see if you actually have that. Just lie.
Yeah.
They'll hire you. They'll train you to do the job that you're being hired for.
Did you hear about that that like 30-year-old who was like a surgeon?
Oh, yeah.
And he just like
he
didn't go to school.
Yeah.
But you, like, do you know how he did it and shit?
I have no idea.
People said like he just walked in and was like, oh, like, you know this person from this school? Like, you're like, oh yeah, I know that professor. Just bullshitting.
Oh yeah.
Getting lucky.
Because people are so stupid.
And he walks in, tells all the people that are like, you know, the interns and like they're like practicing to be surgeons, like going to school for like 12 plus years. He walks in and he's like, okay, go ahead, you first, right? He's ordering these people to do their job, and he's learning the whole time. And he's learning. He's like, and he asks questions like, oh, like what's that? And like he's testing them basically, being a fake like, you know, surgeon tester. And he's like testing all these fucking students, and he's learning at the same time while he's asking, like, oh, what's that? And then they'll answer him like, oh yeah, like that's that. And he's like, oh, good.
I can't wait to see the movie that they make.
How crazy is that?
That's craziness, dude. Did you hear about the Ukrainian guy?
What Ukrainian guy?
I think he was like 30 or like 28 or something. And he was going to high school in Harrisburg here.
Oh, dude. Oh, I did hear.
It was national news.
Well,
yeah. Illegal.
I fucking saw that, dude. That's just crazy. Well, Ukrainians are just crazy to begin with.
I know. I love them, dude. They're cool.
All right. Well, you want to end this?
Yeah, we'll wrap it up.
All right. I'll end it with my sponsors again. Hello. Can you hear me? I once was a little boy, came from a little town, and now I live alone with nobody here with me. And that was the tale of the young black boy from Georgia. Anyways, this episode was brought to you by Taylor's Baked Goods. All the desserts in the world you can have right at your hands, at your disposal, is also on Instagram. Meaning it could be in your hands and you could just be staring at the desserts and then order them and have them, you know, come to you. All because of Taylor's Baked Goods on Instagram. You can request things from her, she'll make it for you. You want pasta? You want pizza? Actually, I don't even know if she makes pasta or pizza. Regardless, request some food. Okay? Go on her website, give her a follow, tell her Papa Edo sent you. Okay? And you'll get a nice 10% discount. And that's not true. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
We'll work something out.
Bait and switch.
Tell Papa Edo sent you, all right? Go to Taylor's Baked Goods on Instagram and tell him I sent you. Ask for some goods so you can stuff your fat little fucking mouth. Just all right? So go on Taylor's Baked Goods and give her a nice follow. This episode was also brought to you by Southpaw Sound. What you're hearing right now through this beautiful mic as it's entering into the camera, you're hearing my voice only because Southpaw Sound is providing the studio for me. How good does this fucking microphone sound to you, huh? How good does this microphone sound, huh?
I think it sounds pretty good.
It sounds pretty good, Tommy. This fucking mic.
Hey.
This guy got a fucking mic. Where'd he get this fucking studio at? From my white friend Tyler. He built this whole studio. And if you're looking for studio time in the 717 area where I live, in greater central Pennsylvania, or if you live somewhere else, maybe you want to travel for studio time. That's retarded, but like you can do that if you want. You can come here. Hit up Southpaw Sound 717 at gmail.com and reserve yourself some time in this beautiful studio. Okay? Like I said before, you can record anything you want. And when I say anything, I mean anything. Porn. Gay porn. Whatever you fucking want. It doesn't matter. Okay? So make sure to hit up southpawsound717@gmail.com. All right. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for tuning in. It was a great episode with my boy Chrissy here. Okay. I'm having a wonderful time still. I never thought I was going to like podcasting this much. This shit's amazing. We're going to keep going, For episode 100, mark my words, for episode 100, I'll wear a Speedo. Like a Speedo. Like one of them gay fucking Speedo. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like European guys. Episode 100, I will wear a Speedo. It was going to happen. We're like almost a quarter way through. It's going to happen.
That's coming up.
Okay. So thank you again, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. Go ahead, check out my Twitter at Fungus on Thy Toe. My Instagram at EDO_DULAS, Edo Dulas. And do you want to plug anything?
No, just don't go to college.
Well, there you go, folks. Love you. Bye!